Hi guys, my name is Michelle. I'm a tutor for Chegg Tutors and I usually teach English, math, and psychology. Today we're going to be talking about synapses. So synapses are these very important structures that let neurons pass electrical or chemical signals to other neurons. So they essentially let neurons communicate. And neurons, remember, are cells that pass signals to target cells, and so synapses are passages that allow cells to do this. So there were these scientists, Ramon Cajal, that proposed that neurons are not continuous throughout the body, but they still communicate with each other. And this idea was later called the Neuron Doctrine. So the communication between two neurons is labeled as the connection between a presynaptic neuron, which is a neuron that sends the signal, and the postsynaptic neuron, which is a neuron that receives the signal. The presynaptic part is located on the axon, which is a structure that lets electrical impulses descend away from the presynaptic cell. And the postsynaptic part is located on either the dendrite, which is the sensory part of the neuron, or the soma, which is also known as the cell body. So there's two different types of synapses, chemical and electrical. So chemical synapses are basically involve electrical activity in the presynaptic neuron, which is then converted to the release of a neurotransmitter. So remember that a neurotransmitter is a chemical messenger that travels to the postsynaptic target, and it lands on a receptor on that target and elicits a change on the postsynaptic cell. Now, chemical synapses are classified according to the neurotransmitter that they release. So, for example, glutamatergic synapses are often excitatory and they release glutamate, while GABAergic are often inhibitory and release GABA. So the other type of synapse is called an electrical synapse, and the presynaptic and postsynaptic neurons are connected by their cell membranes with channels called gap junctions. And these are capable of passing electric currents through the channels, which cause voltage shifts in the presynaptic cell, which then cause these voltage shifts in the postsynaptic cell. And this elicits changes. These synapses are really fast because there's no gap and the signal is electrical, and they're able to send signals from one cell to another basically very quickly. So another interesting aspect of synapses is that they play a very important role in the formation of memory. So as neurotransmitters activate receptors on the postsynaptic target, the connection between the two neurons is strengthened. So basically this happens when both neurons are active at the same time. And these synaptic pathways getting stronger results in storage of information and therefore memory. So this process is called long-term potentiation. When synapses malfunction, they're thought to underlie the early stages of neurodegenerative diseases such as Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease. The problem with studying these malfunctions and creating preventative measures is the fact that synapses happen to be very small. So even under a very powerful microscope, it's very difficult to see what happens within a single synapse. So now researchers have worked to create a synapse that is large enough to monitor these effects. So that's a little bit about synapses. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day.